Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division 2 video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 2 versus 2 on Vitebsk, and in this one I'm going to be playing with the 29th Tank Corps. On my team today I have Harold Alexander, who's going to be playing with the 26th Guards, and on the opposing side on the Axis we have Neff, who is playing with the 20th Panzer, and Betts, who is going to be using the 78th Sturm. Let's get some troops down. So I think in this game I'm actually going to start with an IS-2. It's something that is probably a big risk, but you gotta love these big old tanks, and we're going to try and take it up onto this hill and wreck this left hand side early on. I might also accompany it with a T-34 that can flank around the left side here, so we'll do that as well. It's also going to require some commands, so we'll bring in the Strelki here, Strelki Komloti. You might see that there are quite a few changes to my battle group since I did the battle group preview video. We'll bring in a couple of these Strelki with the PTRDs, are really good for killing off the light armored units early on. So there we go. That's those more or less sorted. And we'll make sure to press shift and unload them as well. I'm also going to want to get some units into this town that can defend. So we're going to put a couple of Tanko Desantniki in here because they can rip to shreds things at close range. So we'll drop them in there and hopefully we can hold that ground. I might also try and get some further to the left. I can get a decent AT position here, so I think I'm just going to take that. We're going to put our AT gun in this area. I might also try and sneak one up onto the edge of the hill as well that can overwatch on the left side. We'll make that a ZIS-2. And we will deploy it here. And I guess what we're going to do is just tell it to go straight there. I was tempted to tell it to fast move to this place. Actually, it might be worth doing. Fast move to there, then fast move to there. That way it will go right at this junction rather than left and go up through the town. Because if it goes up through the town, it's going to be quite obvious. And if there's a tank that comes down here, then it will probably get killed very quickly indeed. And the other thing we're going to want to do is get some infantry that can hold this forested area. So we'll have a couple of Strelki that can move over to these trees. They'll likely actually path up here and then go down this road. Or try to at least. So I might have to tell them to cut across. Let's do that actually manually. We'll fast move to here and then they can just drive across like so. Alright, so that has pretty much covered most of our front line so far. I'm tempted to bring in a recon unit that can go in the church. We'll bring in that Dozer squad. And other than that, I might just bring in an Su-57 for the left side. Gives us a bit more AP firepower that can assist the IS if it gets caught out. And then we're going to need some infantry that can fight over these forested areas. So let's go for the flamethrower squads. We have the Ognemechiki. And we're also going to want to bring in some more command. So I'll do that as well at some point. Just double checking these commands. That seems good enough. We'll assist with some Tanko Desantniki and some Strelki. The Strelki bring the AT. The Tanko Desantniki I have coming in with half tracks, so that can help pin down enemy infantry. And we'll need some command there to follow that all up. You can get a really nice strong infantry push going through there. Now this area is going to be pretty vulnerable, honestly, but I guess we could bring in a command here just to make that a little bit stronger. We'll give the extra power to my AT gun a little bit. Then we do have enough for like one more AT gun, but I think what we're actually going to spend the cash on is probably just some Tanko Desantniki for the left side, or maybe we could bring in a couple flamer squads. I think a couple flamers would be better. They give us a bit more utility with the smoke grenades that they bring. And we can use them to fend off any infantry that tries to take these tree lines. We should have the advantage on this side as we come out of this choke point. We have a nice open area that we can take control of, and then if we get to the edge of this hill, especially in the late game, we can line up some IS-2s, some T-34-85s, and we can basically snipe the spawn road over here, which is really nice. So that's what we're going to try and do throughout this game. And what I'm going to do is we'll wait until everyone's ready and we'll get underway. Please remember this is beta and therefore everything is subject to change. Okay, so everyone's readied up and we are off. You might notice that I did tuck up my units a little bit towards the deployment, the edge of the deployment there, just to allow us to get a bit better of a head start. All of these fast jeeps going to be zooming off ahead, and then they're followed up by the T-34. You've got the half tracks coming through there, and of course the slow old IS-2 at the back. Now this IS-2 can be pretty damn good if it's engaged at close range, because at longer ranges its accuracy actually can let it down quite a bit. Or it's tempting to push a flamer squad all the way up and see if we can capture that point. It'd be very nice if we could. It might even allow me to get the Su-57 into a nice position. Same with the T-34, we might not even have to flank with it if we've already captured the main area there. Let's bring an Su-57 to this area. I'm a little bit concerned about what's coming down the road there. Just use the BA-20 a little bit aggressively. And looks like the Ognemajiki are going to be killed off. That's not good. That is an AT gun there. Now let's just unload these quickly. And we'll make sure to get them into cover. Right, there is a pack there. Let's have the Stroki move to the edge of the trees so they can engage with their machine guns. Hopefully they will soon, because we need that to be pinned down. Probably. That should be fine. All good. The machine gun and I think the IS-2 fired a shot. Yeah, it did. That works out nicely for us. We're also getting flames onto the Ostrupen here. And we've got all of our half tracks that can help us out. Okay, let's just charge forwards with the half tracks and try and run down these Ostrupen. Going to bring up some more tanks to this top side. There is a tank here, I think. That is a Panzer IV, maybe? Not entirely sure. Going to have to reverse away from that IS, I think. The Beute Stalin has arrived. And we did lose all of our half tracks, which is unfortunate. I'm going to throw a bunch of smoke grenades and fall back, and I'm going to start to bring up some T-34-85s that can deal with that closer range engagement. We do have a pretty decent penetration chance here. We crew knocked out the Beute Stalin. Let's make sure that I'm going to charge that with a T-34. See if we can get behind it. We got the shooter kill. Nice crits, nice crits. It's not an AT gun, so we should be able to get behind it. Oh, never mind, my IS won. So, there we go. That is job done. And that's probably the only big target we're going to have to deal with the 20th Panzer. It is a B-tier division, so it can definitely suffer. Going to flame those Panzer Grounds, hopefully we can beat them back. going to bring up some more Ognemachiki, and we'll also bring up another Strelki Komrati, because all of those units just got surrendered. It's okay. Well, let's get some more infantry up onto the top of this hill. We'll get a couple of half tracks as well. And I'm going to start to run down this Panzergrenführer. Get out of the way of that mortar fire if we can. I'll be really sad if that surrenders. That was lucky. Well, nice kill there onto the half track. We have lost that point, but here come the T-34-76s. We got two T-34-85s also on the way. We might have to be careful that these get shot in the ass from the AT gun that was on the left. Let's try and push through here. I'm probably just going to have this T-34 come back, since the units that it was chasing down recovered their morale. So the job of these Strelki is to go and find the AT gun that was here. We'll continue to push through on this side for the time being. We have found the Panzer IV. And our tank missed, unfortunately, so we'll back off from that engagement. We're going to unload these early. We will smoke them off. And we'll have them push through like so. Going to bring up even more T-34s to the hill now. And we'll have this T-34 now help the engagement with these Strelki. Those mortars are a problem. We might want to counter battery them at some point. Though I'd only have the short range mortars early on, and I think what I'm going to do is probably wait until we have like a Katyusha and then just Katyusha the mortars. Seems like a better idea. I could also bring up another T-34-76 to join these Strelki pushing through these trees. The 76mm actually managed to get the better of the Panzer IV. So I'm going to charge that with the T-34-76. Okay, we managed to actually kill it in due time, so that's all good. A nice kill onto the Panzer IV F1. Unload these Tanko Desanniki and we'll have them push into this area. That's going to reveal the Panzergrens. Perfect. That's kind of what I wanted. The Tanko Desanniki are likely to die, but oh well, we'll smoke them off and they should be fine. That's revealed the location of that unit, and that's what I wanted to do. Let's have the Strelki move down and take care of this 251-7 for us, because at close range that can kill our T-34s. Obviously we don't want that to happen. Did I lose a T-34-85? This one got engine destroyed. Must have got hit by something down that road. Currently my IS is engaging a Panzer IV at like maximum range, but it's almost out of ammunition, so I am going to have to reload that at some point. Let's bring in a couple of M10s that can take the high ground here and snipe units from a mile away. I might also bring in like a T-34-85 for the low ground. We're going to have these guys fall back for the time being. And let's see. That Strelki is being absolutely wrecked. Well, my IS only has one shot left. Can it hit the mark? From the end of the hill. Let's have a good look. One IS. Is it even gonna fire? Oh, the shooter's knocked out. I was like, why is this not firing? Okay, now he's about to fire. Oh, he missed completely. That's awful. Okay. Well, we can try and engage this Flak 38 with our infantry. And we can also engage it with the 50 cal at the same time. That should kill that off. Lovely. And now we can bring the T-34 back down. The T-34 did get engaged by that half-track, but I think it's all okay. At least this T-34 is alive. We can fix it up at some point. We will need some more infantry, though, for this engagement on the hill. Let's get these guys up. Wonderful. We've actually managed to capture that point on the far left. No infantry that's stopping us from capturing that. Maybe I could just bring in a couple of Strelki to push that left side entirely. These Strelki probably going to surrender. I don't think I was fast enough to retreat those, no. We have another T-34 though that can assist the Strelki in that position. And now we're into phase B, and since I've made this a Maverick division, we have quite a lot of firepower to work with in phase B. I'm probably just going to strafe these Panzergrenz. I guess I can run them down with the T-34-76. And in the meantime we'll have the Strelki move up. Our Panzertrack is going to get found by the Strelki. That's nice, because that allows this T-34-76 to move a bit better. Oh, let's go into that engagement. There's no point in pulling away from it, really. We might lose our P-39. No, we're good. Oh, my pilot's unconscious. He's dead. Well, we'll have to invest in some anti-air, since it looks like I've invoked the wrath of Neff's Air Force. He's got 3 aircraft in position. That's not good. That AT gun should not have any penetration to the front armor of my T-34, so I'm hoping we can just kill that off. This was the job of my Strelki, so we'll try and get into range of that with the Strelki, or line of sight of that, I guess, with the Strelki. And since we're in phase B, we do need to resupply this. I'm also going to bring in a Katyusha so we can counter battery the mortars, and we're going to need that AA, so we'll bring that in as well. Now if these Osttruppen end up getting pinned, then what we can do is charge them with the Tanko Desaniki. So we're going to do that. We're going to start sneaking up a little bit. Su-57 currently wrecking 2 Panzer IVs. We've also got the M10s here that are killing those tanks as well. We could probably use a commander. Let's bring in the combat up here. Oh wow, okay, so there's a Panzertrack. We're going to have to kill that off, and we'll push further to the left. We captured the high ground. I just need this infantry to come over and help in the center. I probably need a little bit more infantry than that, so bring in some Sapere. These guys have medium and short range engagement potential, so that's all good. It looks like the Osttruppen are falling back. That's really good. Now I need the Strelki to go find that AT gun before it kills my T-34 over here. Currently, although it looks like we are at a massive advantage, we only have 13 points over their 11. Maybe I can cap back this point in a sec. It looks like my Tanko Desaniki are causing a bit of a salient, which is good for us. And if we can spot where those mortars are firing from, which it looks like here, then we can Katyusha them and see if we can get the kill. Even after just Katyushaing them, I can probably charge them with the T-34s. I don't think he knows that T-34 is there. It's very close. Let's just go for it. Might kill a couple of them. If not, T-34's done the job. Oh, there's a Pak 40 there. Oh, there's also an AT gun like right next to our tank. But we managed to take out both of the mortar half-track. So that's really, really good. Really, really good. Okay, let's bring in some Sapere. And we'll push this left side down. The Strelki found the Pack 40, that's nice. And it looks like these Panzergrens will get surrendered. If I charge them a little bit, we can stop and surrender them maybe. Oh, that's a gun jam. Let's move away from this pack, please. I was lucky not to get the kill there. I should have lost that for sure. Right, let's bring up another IS. I'm also going to bring up the IS-2 command. Since we have this M2 combat here, we can make these ISs like 2-star veterancy at least. Let's move the Katyusha over a little bit and we'll resupply it. Unload that. AA. All good. So we did lose the T-34 unfortunately, but we're probably going to end up running down the AT gun anyway, and we can replace those T-34s in the forest there quite easily. Let's bring up, actually I'm probably not going to move my T-34s close range because the Panzergrens do have Panzerfausts there. Oh, what is this? It is a flak. Okay, we can kill that off. Yeah, so we're going to need these Sapri that I'm bringing up. So we'll bring up probably like a load more of them. And maybe I could support them by bringing in a command IS-2 in the center. That would be pretty cool. Oh, that's annoying. I'm gonna have that T-34 moved down now. Also gonna have to move these M10s out the way because they are currently being hit by artillery. But you can see it from here, so we will be able to potentially kill that off at some point. Let's get these Strelki over here. And I think I might bring in my other commander in this area. That can provide extra command to this Strelki and this Strelki here. Get some Automachiki to join us as well. So we're currently now 16/8. That is going to cause a victory in 6 minutes. Run of that Pack 40. That's good. It's got into a pretty dodgy position for us there. Be about bringing in some more Katyushas, and maybe we can hit this Hummel before the end of the game. And my anti-air wasn't firing, so we'll move that forwards and I'll bring in some more. And then maybe we can also invest in an aircraft. We really haven't been using our aircraft much throughout the game so far. Actually, maybe I could sneak forwards with the T-34-85 and just get a shot under the Hummel. It depends what's coming into this town. What are we even getting shots onto there? Oh, they're firing at the Panzergrens. Alright, we'll just be more aggressive with the T-34-85. We'll let the M2A1 pin down those. Oh, we got to take care of this Pack 40. That was the job of my Tanko Desaniki. Oh, and they failed at their job. I don't know why they hadn't killed that off. Pretty sure I gave them an attack move order to the edge of the tree line there, but we lost our tank unnecessarily because of that. That's a real shame. I think we just shot down an enemy aircraft with the 37mm. That did a lot of damage. Looks like our T-34 is going to kill off this Flak 38. That's good. Right, the Sapri are on their way. We've got the Automachiki coming. Just going to queue up those orders from the spawn so that they come to exactly the way I want them to. Unload our combat here. Fantastic stuff. Right, let's just unload the Sapri. We'll give those orders. Because we do want to push on to this point, and I do have the T-34s, which are now 3-star veterancy, to follow those up. I bring in the T-34-85s here with 1-star veterancy, so they do have 3-star veterancy when they have a leader next to them that's connected to command, and it can make them extremely strong. Let's have the M2A1 actually come out here and engage those Panzer grounds. We can move the Strelki up as well. Now, one of my T-34-85s was killed. Oh, that was the one that was over here. Poor chap. Got wrecked by a couple of Panzer IVs. That's no good. Betz has given up the Ghost though, and that should be victory soon enough. I just want to get this T-34 to hit the Hummel. And there is a Ju-87 coming in. If we can like avoid that strike, that'd be perfect. Oh, I don't think he's going for it. He's going for my M10s. Well, we're into phase C, and that's going to surrender as I bring in all of my air force. And there we go, victory in 20 minutes and 4 seconds. And I think on our side especially, the matchup there is very favoured for the 29th Tank Corps. The 20th Panzer, it does struggle a lot because it doesn't have any late game power, so unless it can really win in the early game, it can get rolled. And we managed to take care of the Beute Stalin very well with our own IS. I think we got pretty lucky on the crits because we crew killed or crew wounded. We crew wounded it, and then I think we got the shooter wound or shooter kill, which is like a 30-second penalty. So we had all the time in the world to get the job done. And in the end, 1,725 kills to 1,255 losses. So lots of lovely kills for our unit. Sorry I couldn't zoom in too much, but when I'm doing these live plays, it's very difficult for me to take the time to zoom in whilst also microing all of the units that I have under my command. So hopefully you've enjoyed the replays where I've been covering the sort of detail of the units more often and zooming in more. In terms of losses, the Sturm Pioneer killed off 3 of my flamethrower squads. This AT gun did manage to get a few kills for itself. This Pak 40... that was very, very sneaky. That was the one that my Tanko Desantniki failed to kill, and therefore we lost 2 tanks to it unnecessarily. It is nice to be able to get extremely aggressive with the tanks, especially the T-34-76s, because they're so cheap you can just charge them forwards. But there we have it, that's it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.